Sanchez. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning.
I can hear you. I haven't seen you yet, but there you are. Let's start with McCaffrey out of the gate. The big story, of course, Niners at the Vikings, and then the Rams, and then they host the Patriots and the Cardinals. How different is this team without McCaffrey, and do you think it might cost him a game?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could. There is definitely a difference without Christian McCaffrey. Of course, the early returns on Jordan Mason looked really good, over 100 yards, 147 exactly. But I think this week is where we're going to see the real test for Jordan Mason, because the Vikings do love to blitz a lot. I know the 49ers have never said it, but my thought has always been that maybe Jordan Mason not as good in pass protection. And so I think the Vikings are going to want to test that early in this game. One of the most blitz-heavy defenses under their defensive coordinator, Brian Flores. So don't be surprised to see Jordan Mason on some blitz pickup duty in this game, and we'll just have to see how he does. But if he passes that test like he did in week 1, it could be very good for the 49ers.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Jordan Mason a little bit. Monday night against the Jets, kind of his coming out party, his first start. 28 carries, that's ridiculous. Couple of touchdowns. Do you think it'll be all Mason today, or could we actually see the rookie Isaac Guerendo, maybe a little Patrick Taylor Jr., and of course we got Debo too, but you don't want to get him hurt?
Yeah, I still think that Jordan Mason's going to continue to be the workhorse and get the majority of the carries. But you don't want to overdo it, especially knowing that Mason's going to have to carry the load for the next few weeks here, maybe as much as 6 weeks. That's what reports are saying this morning. But I think they're also going to mix in Debo Samuel. He had 8 carries last week. I would expect him to hover around that number again this week. And it just didn't seem like they maybe trusted Guerendo to be out there right away in week 1. Remember, he missed a good portion of training camp, so he might be a little behind the 8 ball. He might see some snaps, but I still expect it to be a lot of Jordan Mason in this one.
Yeah, I hope he's recovered after those 28 carries, most since high school. How about the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, a familiar guy? It's Sam Darnold, of course, the Niner backup last year. He starts again today. Is Darnold the real deal now on his 4th team in 7 years? And does that favor either team because of the familiarity?
Well, I know the Vikings definitely want to believe he's the real deal. I have some skepticism myself. He did play great against the Giants. At one point, he was 13 for 13. But if there's anything we know about Sam Darnold, he can't wait to throw an interception. Like it feels like he genuinely wants to. He even threw one last week against the Giants. So I would expect the 49ers are looking out for that interception. 49ers corner Deommodore Lenoir even poked some fun and said last season him and Darnold had a great connection because he liked to throw him the ball in practice. So I think Lenoir and these 49er corners are going to be ready for it if it comes, and hopefully they could get some points on the board if that opportunity does come.
All right, we're up against a break. I got to hold you there, but Stephanie Sanchez, host of 49 Carat Podcast. Hey, enjoy the game. It starts at 10, and we'll see where this all goes without Christian McCaffrey. Thank you for your time. And the Vikings beat the Giants in week 1, 28-6. So we'll see where this all goes. We got to take a